I feel good. Just getting ready. It's a short notice fight, so it's not really much I could prepare for. Just stick to my own game plan, get my weight down, and get ready to execute Friday night.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up, but this is a short notice fight. Did have a little bit of frustration trying to find a fight leading up to this. I did use the word already, but is it frustrating at all, that whole process and having to get a short notice fight after looking for a fight for so long?
It really is. It messes with your head a little bit because you think you're not fighting, then you think you're fighting, and then you're not fighting again, and then then all of a sudden 2.5, 3 weeks out, oh, you are fighting, so and it's fuck. Now I have to get my weight low, get ready to cut weight, and then, now we're here, fight week. It's kind of taken a little hit because, it's cool publicity, but at the end of the day, it's not on TV anymore, so it kind of screws fighters over with sponsors. No disrespect to Fight Pass or anything like that, but most people want to sponsor you because you're on TV and everybody can see it, and not in Fight Pass you have to subscribe to it and all stuff like that, So that's where I stand with that. It's cool and all, but at the end of the day, most fighters are trying to get sponsors, and the big way to land sponsors is fighting on TV. And if you're not fighting on TV, it's a whole different ballgame, Yeah, it was a little weird, I think because there was a card that night, so it wasn't, and they moved it to midday, which is kind of a terrible time to have a card. But the turnout wasn't bad. It was for the first time on Fight Pass. It could have been better, but I know shit happens, and you gotta roll with the punches. So it was better. It was better than I thought it would have been, but hopefully this time around it's way bigger. So we'll see what happens with that. It's huge because I remember over the summer, me and Randy were on vacation together in Florida. We were talking about how our progression together, kind of, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, and yeah, man, we're gonna get to the UFC, all this stuff like that, and now it's man, he's there, so it's it's pretty awesome because it shows that it's tough to say, it shows that there is hope for everybody out there, that there's opportunities to make it, and you just gotta be ready, because he was getting ready to fight on Cage Titans, and then before you know it, he's getting called on to one of the biggest organizations in the world, so it's just keep working and doing what you're doing, and you could be in Randy's spot, which is amazing.
Yeah. So going back to what we're talking about with your career progression, I assume you would accept getting signed to the UFC if they called you tomorrow. It doesn't matter. But in an ideal scenario, do you think you would take a couple more years to get a little more experience under your belt, take a little more fights, or maybe just a little more gym time? What do you think an ideal scenario?
So like we talked before, I'm still so new to this, but at the end of the day, I have a goal. And my goal, I set out a couple of years ago before I even turned pro. I want to be in the UFC before I turn 25. And if I keep doing what I'm doing now, I don't see why it wouldn't happen, Experience-wise, like I said, I'm very good at adapting. I've been adapting to life since I was born, so I can roll with whatever comes. And if I get accepted tomorrow, if I get accepted in 3 years, however long, I'll roll with it. But the likeliness of it, I should be making that transition soon. So once again, I was trying to find a fight for a couple months now, and I already fought Marquise Allen, and I submitted him. I submitted him in the first round. it's not what I was looking for, but now it's at a different weight class, and he knows what I'm good at, and I'm sure that he's gonna try and avoid that. I hope he's gonna try to avoid that. Maybe keep it standing. We'll see what happens, but at the end of the day, I see myself still taking that win, and this time it's gonna be in a different result, different outcome.
Do you, knowing that you do have that advantage, that you could most likely control any of the grappling exchanges, do you think it would be a little bit easier to let your hands kind of fly?
Not easier, because I can't go into the fight thinking that I beat him already, because that's where a lot of people mess up, and they think they already have the fight won, but I don't. Just because I beat him once doesn't mean anything. You know, he could come out at a different pace, different tools. You know, and do what he has to do to win. So I have to be prepared for whatever he's bringing, and be prepared for what I'm ready to do. So to sum it all up, I just have to be on my game and not fall into any pressure of me saying, of anybody being like, oh, I already beat him, I should do it again. You know, I just want to thank my training partners, my coaches, Greg Rebello, the guys here, Joe Lozon, for allowing me to come in and train here, the guys at Sid that helped me, and Triforce, Pete Jeffries, all those guys. You know, they helped me progress. Without them, I don't know what I would be doing in this sport. You know, I have like the best team around me. You know, so I want to just thank them for helping me out and getting me to this point in my career. I still have a lot more work to do, but with the help of them, I'm not worried.